So tell me, what matters
Yeah.
more, who
Yeah.
you know or what you know?
What you know. People think these days who you know is important for obviously connections and those things, but the thing is that people value their time too. What I found is that generally people who's made it or sort of successful and in their own ways, you have to bring something to the table. So what you know, again, back to books, you can learn a lot of things and be efficiently independent on your own. And now you know what you're talking about. You bring a certain area of a domain expertise. When you have domain expertise to cross-section with another person who has domain expertise, generally there's a mutual respect because it takes one to know one. A brain surgeon who's dedicated to his craft for the last 20 years and a lawyer who's won different trials and had a great reputation in that certain domain that he practiced law in versus a hedge fund manager who's generated superior returns over the market for a decade or something. That combination of that, people see eye to eye that way. So I think generally what you know is way more important than having, of course, societies these days, people make all these comments about, daddy's money, trust fund, and all those type of things. Sure, but that's what it looks like from the outside. I can tell you from a lot of cases that from, people that I know, indirectly know, or acquaintances, things like that. When you haven't earned the result, it's generally, people are not very happy. Like trust fund babies generally not that happy. Because the next thing they get to do is just party more and use more substances, and then at the end of that, it's emptiness. But when you get to go through the grind and they get to play the game, and then kind of step up into the game and win challenges one after another, there's a very fun achieving aspect to it. So what you know is way more important than who you know. Then eventually, you are someone you can meet people too, and then who you know becomes matters, and you enjoy that process, of course. I'm not saying it's not important, but I think there is a, biased opinion, but there is a stage 1, stage 2 situation that you want to go with. Earlier you are, the more what you know, what you can learn, a concrete skill is the better.